Chapter 6 Ill Omens. Aster? Aster! You shake Aster's limp body, which is slumped over the counter. Overhead, the hootlings take flight again, screeching in agitation. Panicked, you look around. Oh God, what do I do? What do I do? Aster stirs, letting out a groan and pushing herself up. That was a strong one. I think I need to sit down. She wobbles, and you quickly take her by the shoulders and guiding her onto the bench by the clothing racks. Are you okay? What the hell was that? Aster gives you a tired smile. I'll be fine. My branching is really ever that intense. I just need a few minutes. Branching? Is that what you call fortune telling? That's not quite it. Branching refers to my ability to extend my awareness into the trees around me, to see and hear what they do. It's how I can tap into the discussions that are always happening in the natural world around us. I've been able to do it for some time now, but she shuts her eyes as though hit with another wave of dizziness. This branching, it looks like it hurts you. It can't be safe to do something that takes so much out of you, can it? Just as a twin must be careful not to match beyond their abilities, wind nymphs must be aware of our boundaries when branching. It's difficult to extend your consciousness outside of your own body. Dangerous, too. To untether yourself from your physical form like that. I overreached just now. Not to pry, but you zone out like that a lot. You did it the last time I was here, too. Aster shivers slightly. The leaves in her hair droop, their green losing vibrancy. Sometimes the trees want to show me things, so they draw me into them, so that I can see what they're seeing. It can be difficult to understand them, since they primarily communicate through sight and feelings, and they really try to speak to me like they did just now, since I don't know their ancient language. As that vision, or whatever it was you just had, at the end, it seemed like you were trying to warn me about something. Aster rubs her temples with a wince. I'm not sure what I said to you just now. The tree's emotions were so strong that I felt them taking me over, but now they're all muddled. I can sense that much is troubling you, though. Your energy is restless. Perhaps my message had to do with that. I won't be no help at all. I said, don't worry about it. You literally just passed out. There's no need to push yourself. You too, kind Elijah. I can see why your sun had turned. Warmth just radiates off of you. She starts to rise, her legs wobbling slightly. Please don't worry about me. I'm already feeling much better. However, I'm not sure if this would be any help, but I have been studying the ancient tree language. I think I recognized a word just now. Perhaps two. It didn't quite make sense to me, but they may help you better understand what's happening in your life. I could really use some answers about, well, literally everything that's been going on these days. I have to strain a bit to remember exactly what the trees was trying to say, but I should be okay. I'd really like to help you if you can. Asking Aster for information will give you a clue into the mysterious events plaguing you, as well as a chance to learn more about Aster's wood nymph abilities. Aster stands up a little straighter, seeming to gather strength from your rapt attention. She lets out a slow breath, her expression darkening in concentration. I can almost recall Yes. She stumbles suddenly, drawing a hand out to a nearby coat rack to steady herself. Esther, are you okay? I'm fine, Elijah. The trees that I branched you were at the edge of a vast grassy plain. Rolling hills stretched for leagues all around. Is that important? Oh yes. I believe these trees want to communicate with me because something terrible is going to happen there. They tried to speak to me, but the connection was strained and muddled. I'm certain I kept hearing the word blood through it all, though. Well, that's ominous. The second was a word I'm less familiar with, but the trees repeated enough that I should be able to find it. She hurries to the front, and you follow in time to see her take a thick, aged tome off a shelf. She opens it on the counter, flips to a page, and skims her finger down tiny columns of text. Yes, here it is. Fragment. It came up a few times, but that means very little to me. Her smile falls, and her leaves droop again. As I feared, that wasn't helpful at all, was it? I really appreciate your help, even if I'm not sure what it all means. If anything, I should apologize for being nosy when you're so worn out. Not at all. Truthfully, I made children cry by branching in front of them, so your curiosity is refreshing. I can't help it. This power of yours is fascinating once you get over your eyes going all gateway to the underworld. Esther bursts into laughter, the leaves in her hair rustling. Everything you feel or hear when you branch like that, the trees tell you? Yes, all wood nymphs can branch, which essentially means we can see through the trees, as they are part of us, and we are part of the forest. So about this branching thing, how does tree language figure into it? Like, how does it all work? You can see what the trees see, and you can talk to them? All living wood nymphs speak the low language, standard nymph. Those of us who root it and become trees communicate in a higher language, the ancient language of the trees. So, then you have to learn this ancient language at some point, or else you'll never be able to speak with your ancestors. Precisely. The ancient language is complex and takes hundreds of years to master, so it becomes a lifelong undertaking of many of us. I should have just not paid for the scene, because I can't keep doing this voice. A wood nymph my age has barely learned any of it at all, so it was surprising that the trees tried speaking directly to me. And lucky that you're ahead of the game. I just love learning. There's so much knowledge to gather from the world. I hope to be accepted into Pentecost's cultural exchange program next year, so I can learn more about a twin magic. Pentecost has a cultural exchange program? It was started by Professor Guntos of the Natural Sciences Department, following his graduate studies at the college. I read all his works. You sound like a perfect fit for the program then. That's what I told my parents. They don't approve of me attending Pentecost. But I already submitted my application, and if I get accepted, they won't be able to stop me. Why don't your parents approve? There is a history between the wood nymphs and the Atund that stretches back to the Wand Wars. That sounds like it's really dark. Do you want to talk about it? It was long before my time. My grandfather has not yet rooted, and my father was young. I was raised to be wary of your kind. But you don't seem bad at all. You don't seem at all bad. I met several of you while running the shop, and while all of them are a little odd, you seem pleasant enough. She leans slightly toward you. Some more so than others. I think it'd be really cool to have a wood nymph on campus. You could learn Atund magic, and we could learn nymph magic. My father might uproot me from our forest and transplant me elsewhere. I ever taught you any of our magic to you Atund. Then again, what doesn't know that won't hurt him, as you Atund are so fond of saying. Please teach me a wood nymph spell. How possibly taboo? I hope you're honored to. I can't keep doing this voice. She gestures to a small potted plant on the countertop. A pink flower bud is closed up tightly at the end of a short stem. Are you gonna teach me how to make it bloom? Precisely. It's quite easy. You just have to let it hear your heart song and give it the encouragement it needs to grow. She leans over the flower, then starts speaking gently. How you doing, little friend? It's plenty warm today, and with Elijah here, the air tastes like sunlight. Wouldn't you like to wake up? Aster? Doesn't look like magic at all. Where are the spells? Magic isn't about casting. It's about working together. All parties nurturing each other. The warmer your heart, the more radiant your magic. Okay. Well, here goes nothing. You lean over the potted plant and mumble a few words. Hey there, little guy. Hey, like my, sun energy. Want to spread those pretty petals of yours and photosynthesize? The flower shivers and doubles in size, and the petals burst open, turning turquoise, blue, and letting out a high-pitched squeal. It seems that you just turned into a different species of flower entirely. Our magical foundations may be too different to fully grasp each other's methods of spell work. Hey, we still made something happen. That was awesome. Asta turns her head toward the window, the leaves in her hair rustling. Oh, I just seen you through the trees. Your friend's on his way back, and is eager to return to school. Best of luck with your tryouts, Elijah, and thank you for spending time with me. I guess you don't know from the trees whether I made the team or not. I believe in you. Do your best, follow your heart, and the path ahead will be clear to travel. She waves you off, and you meet up with Griffin to head back to the school. You and Griffin arrive at the deep arena, where several hopefuls are already gathered. Zeph waves to you from the sidelines. Hey Elijah, good luck, but don't be mad when I kick your butt. An upperclassman walks briskly your way. You really don't know how to cut it close, don't you, Langley? I thought you were flaking on me. Griffin takes out the new D flags and opens his mouth to respond, but the upperclassman waves a hand flippantly. Don't want to hear it. Just give me the flags, and I'll let you get back to chilling with whoever your friend is. He takes a look at your uniform, and his eyes widen. No way you're the first year son I heard about. The only one at Pendergast in like 100 years or something. Elijah, this is Mercier, our captain. If you've never had a son out on it before, I hope you do well, and not just because it'll look good for me to have you on the field. Honestly, don't get your hopes up. I'm here, but that doesn't mean I'll be good. Dang, I thought Sun Eyes were supposed to be all positivity and literal sunshine. Mad respect for your judge, though. You look like you're planning to make the team at least. We started at 5. I look forward to seeing what you can do out there, freshie. He snatches flags from Griffin and walks away. He's kind of intense. That's the cabin for you. The best thing to do when he gets worked up is let him run out of steam. So heads up when you're on the team. You take a longer look at the other students warming up. Families play together on the lawn, while several upperclassmen cast spells. What's with the magic some of them doing? I thought tryouts hadn't started yet. Bunch of players use air magic for speed and agility boosts during games. It's totally legal, so it's become common during tryouts too. Too bad I can't do anything like that. Loomis materializes in your arms. But good thing I got you, right, buddy? What do you say? You ready to give me a hand out there? Loomis curls loosely around your shoulders, his tongue flicking affectionately against your cheek. Hang on, I just remembered. I think I have something else that would help too. You dig around in your book bag for the wooden box you bought from Aster's shop your first day at Pendergast. Inside the marbles fit snugly in your slots. Yes, this one's air elemental. I'm happy to get an air boost after all. Having Lumens and air magic on your side will give you double the options to get through each round tryouts. This should help even the playing field against Huddle's upperclassmen. But if I got Lumens, why would I waste this? This might come in handy some other time. I'll just hold on to it for now. Besides, I have limits. You carefully place them all back into his case, which you return to your book bag. 5 minutes later, the captain blows his whistle, directing everyone to a war circle in the corner of the field. Different hangs out belts, each with a single flag hanging from it. He stops in front of you with a grin. I know you don't need any luck from me, because you'll totally kick butt out there. But good luck anyway. Can't wait to have you on the team. He hands you the belt, and you tie it around your waist. Thanks. I hope I live up to your expectations. Alright, here's how trials are gonna go. There'll be a series of rounds to test you on various skills, such as the thief. You face off against each other. So pretend it's a match to keep it cool. I'll be watching from the stands. He and Griffin head into the stands, which are hidden behind the dome's wards. You can still hear his voice clearly when he calls out. In a real match, teams will start on opposite sides of the arena, but you won't have a team to strategize with today. The teams will reset each round, so don't worry too much about losing your flag. I just want to see what you can do. Everybody ready? He blows his whistle again, and the terrain starts to shift. You find yourself in a wide, open meadow with nowhere to hide. You and the other hopefuls eye each other warily. Here we go. May the best return to win. Don't get your hopes up, fresh meat. I want to get a feel for your close range skills here. The next 5 minutes are all an all-out melee. Touch your flag with all you got. Ready? Go. 2 players dart toward you, their eyes on your flag. This was mine, get your own. This is mine, get your own target. Bit tough, so who's gonna make the team. This went from 0 to 100 real quick. You rip flowers off their stems as your opponents come nearer. When they're a couple feet from you, toss petals in their face. Yeah, stop, leave me alone. Sorry, panicked. He doubles over, and the other player pushes him out the way. Thanks, losers. She stashes her flags and runs off with it. Okay, the name calling was unnecessary. Not panicked. Soon, the open field melts away, and you find yourself in a dungeon. The air smells damp, and a chill breeze blows through the cavernous halls. The flag hangs from a nearby stone. You take it and attach it to your belt. Some terrains will work against us, and find any sound we make. This round, I want you to be stealthy. Sneak up on your opponents and steal the flags. You slowly make your way through the dungeon, and your shoes echo with each step. You peer around a corner and spot another player, looking around nervously. It's way too much like the catacombs from the double undead zombies wrath. She starts to head away from you. Here's my chance. I need to capture a flag and get away without being noticed. Root it back to you. You sneak up on her and snatch your flag. I'm out of here. You throw it down the side hallway. You're not long gone before a cry of panic attracts anyone else to your location. The third round sets you in a rocky forest where sunlight streams through the branches and chirps cheerily above. For this round, I want you to use your magic to capture each other's flags. This way you can be flashy. Impress me. You draw through the forest for a while, keeping your eyes peeled for flashes from movement through the thick foliage. You run into a clearing and hear footsteps approaching. Suddenly, the student you faced at the start of tryouts bursts out of the undergrowth. You're still in this? She skids to a stop when she sees you. You're both frozen for a moment, and then she starts backing slowly toward the trees. Not running away, are you? She slips out a scarf and settles into a defensive stance. Fresh meat's gutsier than he looks. Don't tell me you're looking for a showdown. That's the whole point of tryouts, isn't it? May the best of ton win. The last guy I beat said the same thing. But if you think you can do better, by all means. You zero on the flag hanging from your belt, your mind working quickly to formulate a plan to steal it. Lewis, I need you for this one. Lewis, I need you for this. I added extra words. Cool. You instantly feel a burst of power shoot through you. Time to end the showdown. You channel the power into the ground, then up through the tree roots. The branches around your opponent start closing around her. No, wait! One of the branches twines around her flag and tears it free, while the other sucks her deeper into the foliage. Ah! You retrieve the flag from the tree with a smirk. I guess you should have ran away when you had the chance. With a flag in hand, you turn tail and dash to the forest to find your next opponent. The terrain changes suddenly. You find yourself in a spooky forest, completely silent save for the car and crow in the distance. After a few minutes of trekking, a murky lake comes into view. You turn around and you turn slowly around, trying to see the junior mist that hangs low all around you. Where is everyone? You hear a quiet splash and spin back toward the lake. Movement just below the surface catches your eye. You step up to the edge to peer in. Your reflection reaches for you from just below the water surface. You scramble back as his hand pierces the surface of the water. Cold fingers slip off your ankle, failing to grab hold. Luma sleeps in front of you. Though your pulse pounding fiercely in your ears. Though your pulse pounding fiercely in your ears, you're faintly aware of a whistle cutting through the clearing. The forest dissolves before your eyes, taking your reflection with it. The default arena appears. All around, students standing comical posters, mid-sprint halfway through casting spells. The captain blows his whistle again from the stands. Alright, so you're enough to make a decision. If I call your name, come to the stands, and I'll let you know your major cut. Hold on a second. What's that thing that attacked me? Everyone turns to stare at you. You're watching from the stands. Didn't you see it come up out of the lake and try to grab me? Especially, something tries to grab you in a game of Thief. It's an opponent trying to get your flag. You're gonna have to get used to that. You're gonna have to get used to it. It isn't an opponent if they look exactly like me and they want to drown me. I understand that Thief might be a little overwhelming if you've never played before, but if you make the team, you need to drop the Radix. Do it. Okay. You glance around at everyone staring at you, and start feeling self-conscious. Gotcha. I'm just messing with you guys. Of course nobody tried to draw me. Line up a little, will you? Once everyone goes back to the business, your shoulders droop. So your second ton changes the story slightly. Respond to some things. Okay. Cool. Cool. So, you legit had to play the story like 3 times just to see like slightly different dialogue between your first in the test and Kantos's at the quiz test, whatever. See what your rotund is. Depending on your answer, you get fire, earth, or water, air, 4, whatever, metal. Okay, fine, 5. I don't know. I don't care. And whichever one you get, the place. You gotta play it so many different times just to see what your reaction is. Just to see different dialogues, depending on what your second attempt is. I'm gonna stop talking. I did too much. With that, the captain turns his attention to calling people up to the stands to get their results. Nice to have you looking out for me, Cap. Loomis notices your face one last time, then disappears into the ether. When Captain calls you to the stands, he's flipping through a clipboard, his legs slung up on the back of the chair in front of him. He glances up at you and sets the clipboard aside. Okay, dang. What have you been in my life? I almost hurts my pride to say this, but the team needs you. He sits up straight. What I'm saying is, congrats. You made varsity. Oh, thank you. That's really, great. Yeah, I know you were kind of spooked by the last terrain, but don't worry. Practice terrain preparedness extensively. You expect to finish your practice schedule by the end of the week. I'm glad to have you on Team Snyder. Not many freshmen get the honor. He holds out a hand, and you take it. Still stunned. You give your hand a quick, firm shake, then directs his attention back toward the field. Next up, Zephyr Hernandez. You make your way outside to wait for Zeph, so you can tell him about your reflection's appearance in the lake. But when he appears, his shoulders are slumped and his expression is downcast as he mumbles to himself. There's one dream up in smoke. Classic Zeph couldn't make the cut. Oh no, not more bad news. Zeph spots you and pulls a smile onto his face. Captain told me the news. Congrats. I didn't make it. And I knew you'd make it if you tried out. And varsity too. I only made JV, but oh well, right? I shouldn't have bought this special jersey. I can't believe I was so sure I'd get on varsity. Stupid, right? He forces a laugh. Zeph, my spot should be yours. Deep is your thing. I just kind of fell into it. Don't worry about it. I'm used to my best thing. Don't worry about it. I'm used to my best being second best by now. I still got a flag during tryouts. My brother would be so proud. He lets his back toward the deep stadium. I honestly don't know why I'm so surprised I didn't make it. It's not like... He catches himself suddenly, forcing a smile back onto his face. Sorry, it's really not a big deal. It's just I was a little more in the moment, you know? I'll be over it by dinner. Zeph, why don't we go get lunch and talk? We don't even have to talk about Thief. Just something to cheer you up. I'm totally fine. And I was gonna head to my next class early and get a bit of extra studying in, you know, keep ahead of the curve. He casts one more glance toward the deep stadium and his smile falls. See you later, Elijah. He starts to walk away, shoulders slumped, posture dejected. Not making a varsity team has really got him down. Here's your chance to cheer up Zeph. Here's your chance to cheer Zeph up and learn more about his goals for the year. Zeph, wait. You catch up to him and put a hand on his shoulder. Zeph, you're my friend. I'm not just gonna leave you alone when you're feeling this bad. Are you sure you want to hang out with me right now? I'm being totally uncool, and you do not want to hear me start whining. Do I really have to repeat myself? You're my friend. I want to be there for you. Come on, let's go get some lunch. You and Zeph take a seat in the diner, but instead of digging into his heaping plate full of food, Zeph let out a blustery sigh. Hey, I know tryouts meant a lot to you, and I don't like seeing you be so hard on yourself. But I'm wondering if this is more than just Thief. Some of the stuff you said about not being surprised and about seeming uncool makes me think that there's something else going on here. Zeph frowns at his plate. It's just... I'm used to not being the best in class. I try hard, but sometimes it's not enough. I'm in my peace with that. But when it comes outside the classroom, usually I'm so good at the stuff, like teamwork and sports and making friends. So I figured, hey, I got the whole package with Eve. It's about time to shine. And you did. Yeah, it'll be good to make JV, and I'm sure next year you make your way up to varsity. I know. But not making it this year is just one more reminder that I don't have things together, like, at all. You can't have it all together already. Hell, I'm still coming to terms with being sucked through a mirror and spat out of a lake a few days ago. Zeph laughs, and a smile lingers on his face. It's silly, but I want to be a freshman who started college and was already doing all these good things, like playing on a sports team. Sounds like you were just using thief as a means to end. Yeah, I kinda was. And now I can't cross off my bucket list, which is gonna bug me for the rest of the year. Aren't bucket lists for old people on the verge of death? I'm pretty sure they're for anyone with big dreams. And you're looking at the dreamer. I even carry mine around for good luck. Not that helped dry out. Zeph, I'm with you when it comes to feeling overwhelmed and by the freshman year. I'm still trying to figure out where I fit into. But that's okay. And you know what? Maybe you're just trying to cross the wrong thing off your list today. Come on, what else is on it? He takes a folded piece of paper out of his pocket and opens it on the table, then pushes it your way. You start to read out loud. Make friends? You did that the minute you got here. Confirm I'm a water rat. Also done. Pet an astro Drymar. In all caps. Wait. 5 exclamation points. With 5 exclamation marks. Hold on. 1, 2. Yeah, that's it. It's 5. I heard they giggle when you bet their drunks. They're hard to find, but I've got all year and I'm persistent. Eat 20 dragon links for breakfast and breathe fire? Zeph, is that humanly possible? That's what the rumors say, at least. You eat all 20, you breathe astral fire. I mean, is it humanly possible to eat 20 dragon links in one sitting? Those things are hot. I repeat, I got all year, and I'm persistent. I also want to join a weirdly cool club and find somewhere cool on the campus. Cool club and somewhere cool, huh? Define somewhere cool. Where I grew up, there was this weeping willow in the middle of a pond in the park, but the pond is always freezing, so nobody goes out there. Let me guess, except you. Bingo. I waited out one day in the middle of summer, and it turns out a bunch of imps lived under the tree canopy. They were super grumpy that I interrupted their brunch, but I won them over my stellar personality and became a regular brunch guest. That sounds amazing. I can't believe you had so much magic in your life already. I wish I had that. I guess it's easy to take magical things for granted if you grow up with them. Honestly, seeing how excited you are about magic makes being a Pentecost even more magical for me. Really? How so? Everything is new and different for you, but you're trying to make the most of it. If I've been drawn into the magical world like you, I'll be freaking out. I mean, I'm definitely freaking out too, but having friends like you helps a lot. If that gives you a considering that look, the nods. You know what? I think you were right. Even if I didn't make varsity, I could still cross something off my list. He stands and heads to a buffet table and returns a minute later with a heaping platter of dragon links. He sits down with a grin. They look as positive. I'm doing this, Elijah. I feel inspired. No, I feel unstoppable. He spreads the dragon link on his fork and takes a huge bite. You watch speechless as he quickly downs 3 links. Are you really going for all 20? Should I call the fire department? Zeph's face reddens and his sweat beads along his brow, but he continues eating. Come on, Tommy Judas, disrupt me, Jimmy on. We're gonna need your help with this one. Okay then, give me a Z. You get to your feet and start just directing an impromptu chair session, gathering the attention of nearby diners. Give me an E. E. Zeph sucks in some air, eyes watering at the spiciness, but he stuffs 3 more links into his mouth with a determined expression. Give me a P. This is beyond embarrassing. Give me an H. H. Elijah, I gave him my tongue. Zeph, look. Pointing toward his empty plate and looks down at it, sweat running down his face. He swallows his last mouthful with a wince. Holy. I did it. I did it! Not the R.A. joining in. He suddenly claps a hand over his mouth. He pushes a chair back, his legs squealing over the floor. You are not going to hurl. As if let out a massive belch, and a tremendous stream of fire rushes out of his mouth. Ah! He dug away from the tense heat. When his fireball dissipates, Zeph dunks his head down onto the table. You can just decipher his mumble. And this is the closest I'll ever get to being a fire rat. How do you feel? Zeph lifts his head, and those tears run down his cheeks. He smiles brightly at you, and speaks in a hoarse voice. Like a champion. If I made varsity, I wouldn't have learned that I have an actual bionic stomach. You hear the noon bell chime through an open window. Zeph sits up straight. Class starts in 10. I gotta go. Thanks for lunch, Elijah. He scrambles to his feet, slinging his backpack over his shoulder, and snatches up his bucket list. You call out to him as he starts to rush away. Hey, remember to cross this one off your list. You know it. It remind me to get you help with the rest of them. Remind me to get your help with the rest of them. My mouth is dry. My only excuse. He sends you a wave and disappears into the hall. You finish your lunch before returning to your dorm. You pass through the foyer, which Rhea comes flying down the stairs, her hair streaming behind her. She leaps the last 2 steps and almost runs straight into you. Watch out! You catch her by the waist, and she grabs your shoulders to stabilize herself. As the momentum spins you both around, and she lets out a breathless laugh. Look at you, slipping me off my feet while I was on my way to lunch. You were sprinting to lunch? Do not judge. Rumor has it that Chef Saint Montret is catering today. He has 3 Michelin stars and 5 free cutlets. He made the menu for my sweet 16 gala, but we had to get it in the wait list for 2 years in advance. She separates herself from you, then realizes how you're dressed. Oh, were you, doing some sports? I was at Thief tryouts. I made the team, but... No way. Every parent class goes all out for Thief. The parties are everything. They can make campus famous. Tryout, listen. Something seriously weird is going on. You tell her about the events of your day so far, and she listens. Her smile falls away. Do you think Esther is trying to tell you about your reflection come out the lake? Or something else? Maybe I need to look for answers. Enough of this. I'm just gonna try to blend in approach. Get my head down. Hasn't done anything for me so far. More and more bad things have been happening. If I don't take action, I won't stand a chance for whatever's coming. I won't stand a chance for whatever's coming for me. Spoken like a true fighter. So, what's the plan? Let out every sigh, rub a hand on your face. I don't know. Hard if it wasn't for me, but at least it wasn't dangerous. There weren't any magical forces out to get me. How am I supposed to know how to handle this? It's not like I took a fighting mysterious evil voices 101 class. Wait, do they have that here? No, but I'm here. With me at your side, some wispy shadows in your reflection that so doesn't do your gorgeous face justice won't be a problem. You start to smile, and Shreya sets a hand on your shoulder. I don't want you to lose our wonder for the magical world yet. I'll make sure this place stays special for you, and that means helping you stay safe. And there's one person you can count on. It's a mystery. The magical community's most trusted helping hand since 1202. Shreya, you're beautiful when you're being super confident. So, like all the time? Literally 24/7. Maybe the sun hat, but you're the radiant one in this equation. Oh, stop. By stop, I mean keep going. You both laugh, the warm sound ringing through the sunlit floor for you. You know what? The Dining Hall just won't cut it for today. Dining Hall just won't cut it for lunch today. Could this be Saint Montreal meal? Needs more ambience. What are you saying? I'm saying, let me take you to a picnic. We haven't tried all the knobs on our portal door. Let's take some lunch out of the dining hall and eat somewhere new. I kinda just ate with Zeph though. But did you have dessert? Because that's what I meant by lunch. Oh god. Yes, be Saint Montreal, so about the sweets. I always have room for dessert. I guess a change of scenery would be nice. Campus feels more and more like a nebulous force of evil. If anyone deserves to get away from campus for relaxing or a free picnic, it's you. Plus, you have my stellar company, and you can try out my Saint Montreal favorites. Unwound with Freya after a packed morning, enjoy some magical trees, and get a glimpse into a life that you haven't seen yet. I knew I paid for it. Yay. I'm worried at 40 minutes? What the fuck? This music's in my ears. Come on, help me sneak out some food. I already got my mystery 3-shelf pantry bag. Refrigeration unit included. The two of you duck into the dining hall, where your hands tray a multitude of treats that she slipped into her bag. Your heist complete, you make a hasty exit. In the common room, Shreya double checks the contents of her pantry bag one more time. You peek in and see neatly organized shelves covered in fancy platters and fancier confectionaries. I don't think they're going anywhere, Shreya. I just want to make sure they won't fall over. Having the same monetary experience is the presentation after all. Okay, well, at least let me get change first. Nonsense, you look great. Now, after you, my dear, the third handle from the top. You open a portal and step into the swirling vortex. And merge into a quiet meadow. Birds and squirrels chatter in the treetops. In a nearby grove, a group of Pendergast students stands around a snow-white tree. Sparkles of magic pop around them as they examine its trunk and foliage. Where are we? At the base of one of the school-sanctioned hiking trails. A lot of the environmental classes do field work in the area as well. It's a perfect place if you ever need to step out and take a breather. Shreya takes a seat in the grass and passes space beside her. But we're here to get our sugar fix. Why don't you try a fruit filo puff, a dragon's delicacy, and a Saint Montreux Esclair, of course. She pulls the platters out of her bag and sets them carefully in the grass. The spices they each have a different magical effect, but I don't want to spoil them for you. Go ahead, pick one and find out what happens. This is safe, right? I'm not gonna explode or lose my tongue or anything. You're so dramatic. You're 100% safe. 200% delightful. And a Claire, of course. Yay, good choice. You put your Claire into your mouth, and your eyes widen at the taste. The sweetness like powdered sugar, fluffy pastry, and a thick, creamy filling infused with a subtle citrus tang melts on your tongue. Oh, that's incredible. A giddy sensation starts swelling your stomach, rising up through you and making you feel light. What's going on? I feel like, out of nowhere, you hit with the urge to sing, and the lyrics burst out of you in perfect pitch. I feel like my taste was gonna cry. Oh, my joy is so divine. It might make me fly. What the heck just happened? Bravo! The Saint Montreux Esclair isn't only the most delicious in the world. It gives you a perfect singing voice with 5 seconds per mouthful. It was a hit at my Sweet 16. Now that's one fancy mouthful. You're quite a dessert connoisseur, Shreya. What can I say? I like to find the things in life. My sister had leftover eclairs the morning after my birthday. I was so mad I didn't talk to her for a week. You should have lived with them. Birthday girls, touch and yell for my wrath. That's exactly what the house said. She didn't even get in trouble for it. My parents thought I was being overdramatic. It sounds like your sister pulled the perfect eclair haste. Just tell for you. Always do things perfectly. She's never about things first, ask second. Knows just the right thing to say or do. Can rationalize her way out of anything. Has never been a problem child. You know, your parents expect the same thing from her. Shreya's sighs heavily. As the others, they expect me to take over Mystery Inc. Not a mystery, so of course they expect greatness from her. But she has more choices. She could be a politician, or a doctor, an engineer, or found the world's leading conservatory for endangered magic birds. So anything that'll give her prestige, basically. Exactly, but get this. Nicole wants to work for the family. Might even intern in science for parents this summer. It boggles my mind. Shreya digs her fork into a flaky, layered confectionery with golden crust and thick red filling. When she speaks again, she looks pensive. Anyway, how is my rock? She cools my flames, but she also always makes me feel like the cool older sister I try so hard to be. I just hate when people compare us, and by people I mean our parents, and that whole carry on our family business thing comes up. Sounds like your parents believe in you. Sounds like your parents believe in you though. You know, that goes on to the same as your own. I appreciate that they see potential in me, but I just be allowed to pave my own way. My youth is about figuring out who I am. Even though I still don't really know who that is. Hey, if anybody's got themselves all figured out as a freshman in college, they're the odd one out. I had a very similar conversation earlier, so I know you're not the only one who feels overwhelmed. I'm still figuring out where I fit in, and don't even ask me about my future. I have no idea, which means I have so many options to explore. I hope that when Hall goes to college in 2 years, she'll set out the same mindset. I want to drive, and like I am here in Pentagas. I see you in a leadership position. Where did that come from? It's just something I've been thinking about. You know how to take the reins, how to let people's moods, how to come up with plans on the spot. You're innovative, but also attentive to those around you. In my book, that makes you a good leader. Shreya lowers her gaze with a smile, pushing her fork back into her pastry. It means so much to me to hear that. My whole life, I've been told to be a better leader. I was starting to wonder if I had it in me. I'm not sure if being a leader is what I really want. I'm glad that you see me as more than just some shallow fashion girl, like I know some people do. Nice, Elijah. But being a good friend, and for, me such my personality, I'm sure I can get a little of a woman. Never. It's one of your greatest qualities. You open your arms wide. Come on. This definitely feel like a moment to hug it out. Shreya opens her arms swell, and you give her a tight squeeze. She's smiling brightly when you let go. Yeah. I figured it out better after letting it off my chest. You're a great listener, Elijah. I'm trying to do a French accent, but as you can hear, it's going terribly. I hope I'm a good cheer-upper and advice giver as well. And second to none. When it comes to enjoying desserts, however, I'm sorry to say that won't be beat. And Shreya slowly work your way through the rest of the desserts, talking and laughing all the while. As I drop Shreya off at her next class, you head up to your dorm to change out of your thief gear. Your thoughts return to your reflection, and after a few minutes, you find yourself at a dead end in an unfamiliar part of the school. What is with today? Have I read some bad comment without realizing it? What's up? You spin around, just in time to duck as a shadowy figure hurls at you. It's nothing like the first monster you face. This one is taller, looming over you with deadly claws extended. Sinister darkness begins to fill in the hallway, as though evil itself is radiating from his body. Suddenly, it lunges at you. Holy! You barely managed to draw yourself out of the way. I can't outwit this thing. Throughout the story, you have chances to use specific spells you learned so far. Can you defend yourself against the shadow monster? Lock all spells to reach your full potential. Remember your first lesson. Try to focus like you're trying to fire into your palms, but your heart is racing and you can't get at your thoughts. I hit the water one. Luz, I need you. And this materializes on your shoulder, and you really feel him channel his magical energy into you. You run down, monster. With Luz's help, a roaring ball of fire appears in your palms. You draw at the monster, and the flame disappears into his shadowy body. It worked. The fireball passes right through the monster and burns out against the wall. The monster shakes off your magic and flies at you again, a shriek jarring your teeth. All you can do is draw your arms up to defend yourself. You catch a glimpse of Loomis leaping in front of you to protect you. Loomis, no. Get out of the... Be gone. Professor Swan skids to a stop in front of you and Loomis and casts a blinding white light. Ow. When your vision clears, Loomis faces to your side, shaking in fright. His shivering form disappears into the ether, and you see the nearly shapeless mass of the monster on the ground, its shadows rolling weakly around it. Professor Swan motions you frantically over after her. Elijah, follow me. There's no time to lose. You start to follow her down the hall, but notice something glowing in the monster's vague form. This glow dissipates as you bend down to examine it. You slip the rock into your book bag, and as soon as you do, the shadows dissipate, leaving no trace of the monster behind. Elijah, please, you're in grave danger, and you must follow me for my help. You scramble after Professor Swan, the mysterious rock having your book bag. The promise of answers finally in sight.